Hey, what's up guys? This is Sohan and you're watching your Technical Spark channel. Friends, in our Symantec Endpoint Protection Manager series, today we are going to check out SEP Agent Console. So far we have learned everything about the management console, okay, but SEP Agent Console is also one of the very important factor in our this entire series, which you would have to understand, because without this you will not be able to check things proactively when you are working in your production environment. So understanding this particular console is very much important. So let's go step by step and explore each and every option which is available in this console. But before that, one small intro video. Hey, welcome back guys. Now to open SEP Agent Console, you simply have to right click on your SEP Agent icon and then click on Open Symantec Endpoint Protection. And this will launch our SEP Agent Console. So as soon as you open this wizard, you will very first see green tick mark and the green color in this particular top section, which indicates there is no issue with your SEP agent and the entire configuration as well as definition is intact and functioning smoothly. So this is the first thing we'll have to notice. Second thing, whenever you open your SEP agent, very first you will have to check out the virus and spyware protection, okay, because this is what protect us from various viruses in our network. So to validate, you can see right now it's showing 24 December. But similar way, if I go to the SEP agent SEP console, then here also same definition is available, right? And my server definition as well as the definition from the Symantec is matches, which means our console is up to date. So this is the first things which you will have to always check out. And whatever the system which is right now, I have one server is online, that is the same one, and another server is offline. So that is showing the status like this. But the server which is online, it is up to date on the console itself. So you will have to maintain your compliance by making sure all your systems are up to date. Now here is a proactive threat protection. So basically guys, this a particular component provides the protection basis on the behavior, and then network and host exploit mitigation. So the attacks which is are network based, so you will get the protection from this particular component. And web and cloud access protection. So with the help of cloud security gateways, this component helps to protect your system traffic. So these are the high level 4 feature. All through I'll be going to dig down each and every feature, but before that, okay, there is one option, protection definitions are correct. Okay, so if you click on this particular option, you will see this type of wizard. But there is one more option through which you can open the same wizard, that is troubleshooting. See, both the the GUIs are same. Now here in the first scenario, it will show you to which SEP which means your management server, this particular agent is reporting. So it's reporting to the SEP console. Now in which group this particular system is present. Okay, so this is present in app server. So if you check out the clients on the SEP console, you will see under technical Spark server, app server, right? So this is where this particular agent is reporting on the SEP console. This is the policy number, okay, 4A18. So you will see 4A18 policy number here. So whichever group this your agent is present, it's receiving policy from that particular group. Okay, so that's how you will be able to make sure that your agent is up to date with the policy which we have configured on management server. Last communication with your management server. Okay, so on 445, this particular agent is communicated with our SEP console. Then location awareness, location. So these are the couple of settings. If you would like to play around with the communication setting, you can use this. If you want to manually update any policy, so let's say you have made some changes into the policy on management server and you would like to update the policy on this machine immediately. So in this situation, you can simply click on update. Okay. So and for the troubleshooting purpose, if you would like to export any data, then that you can do it by clicking on export. So we have clicked on update, and that's the reason it's showing requested updated policy from the management server. Now when you go to the versions, it will show you whatever the components or modules, engines, definitions we have on this server, what are the version of those components. Debug logs. So here you will be able to enable the debugging and other stuffs. Windows account, from which account you have currently logged in, what is the domain name, SID, and the local user information here, along with what is the privileges are being used. Then this is your computer information, drives, what are the components are installed, feature means the components, okay. Then server connection status, and then again subscription status. So if you have the license, then it will show those information. Now apart from this quarantine, okay, this quarantine, if your any file or document gets quarantined, then those will be listed here, which you can restore it from here, okay. It's completely depend on what are the permissions you have been allocated by your management console. Otherwise restore option will be grayed out. Now view logs, change settings, scan for threats, okay. So here you will be able to scan your entire server for the set. So you can run active scan, full scan. So you will have the complete privilege on how exactly you would like to initiate the scanning on your server, okay. And if there is any scheduled scan scheduled by your administrator, then those can be listed here. And you will be able to check all the things like time frame, when exactly last scan has been scheduled, when exactly next time it will try to scan, like this. Now under the change settings, you will be able to configure these components by your own if your administrator allows. All through whatever changes you are going to make, okay, it will get rollback. Why? Because our administrator, because all the policies are managed from our management console, okay. So making changes in here is not going to make any sense, since this is managed by our administrator. All through you can restrict the access of these settings, so that the user on who's working on this machine, he will not be able to tamper anything in the endpoint, okay. So how exactly we can do that? That is something I will teach you once we started the policy configuration and testing videos. But just to your information, these are the options available here under the settings, through which you will be able to make the modification into the policies. And under the logs, you will be able to see the logs of this particular components. Let's say one of the viruses identified, okay. So on system level also you can check the logs, okay. Let's say these are the scan logs, risk logs, system logs, like this. So if any detection happens, you will be able to view the logs of those things. All through when you go to the status, you will be able to see the logs also by going into just options section, and here you will see all the options which is available here apart from quarantine, okay. Like let's say policy configuration. So here you will call it as a change settings, run active scan, view logs, view file systems auto protected statistics, like this. And if you would like to update your if for any reason your, let's say, your definition is not updated, then what you can do, you can simply click on live update, and it will start to capture the updates, okay. It will check for the updates whether any latest definitions or anything available, and download the information accordingly. And by any chance, if you would like to view those things, how exactly things are happen, then what you can do, you can simply go to the client management, view logs, system logs, and here you will be able to see how exactly these things are happening, right? So here it says the live update which you have just performed, okay, that was successful. So this is how you will be able to validate the things on your end user agent console itself. And when you go to the system, by any chance, okay, in your environment, your SCPM server is down and your systems are not able to pick the definition or download the definition, then it will automatically try to download from the internet also. But is there any restriction? Then you can download the latest definition from internet as well, from the Symantec website. As well as if in case if you would like to validate whether the definitions are really latest one or not, then for that you can simply open the browser and check the security center for definitions, and here you will get all the definition version with what is latest definition version is running from the Symantec site, okay. So here we have all the definition number as well as the dates. So with the help of that also you will be able to understand whether these are the latest definitions or not. So guys, now hopefully you have all understand that what are the options which we are getting into the Symantec Agent Console and how exactly you can utilize this, okay. All through we will be learning everything in very much depth, okay. Once we start configuring the policy, then we are going to configure the policies for each and every model, okay, and we'll test this, and during the time we'll explore this all the settings, options, logs which is available here in better way. Before we start, I just wanted to make you all guys familiar with this console. And as always guys, if you found this particular video useful, then please click on the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe. Enable the bell icon so that as and when I'll upload new video, you will get the notification. And if you would like to access my videos quite early, because as you know today is the 25th December, but you might see this particular video in the month of January end or February, because there is lots of videos which I have already been scheduled. So if you would like to access these videos earliest, as soon as I'll upload on video before it gets available to before it gets publicly available, then you can become a member by clicking on join button. So on my channel homepage you will find one join button, and from the insider membership itself you will get access to my all latest videos, as well as you will become a part of our community where we discuss lots of technical things, and I'm pretty sure that those things will definitely help you. So that's it for this video. This is Sohan signing out. I'll catch you in the next amazing video where I'll demonstrate you how exactly you will be able to uninstall Symantec Agent from your system, and what is the best way. So thanks for watching. This is Sohan signing out. Bye bye.